us for the first time, welcome to Excel Books Review. Here we pick out very interesting books that has so many valid points and principles that will help us in our daily lives, like the book we're reviewing today, The Richest Man in Babylon, that can guide us in a lot of financial decisions that we're making. We are in the chapter 6 of this book, The Gold Lender of Babylon. This chapter will teach us how to make wise loans, how to, if you want to give out money, if someone is asking for a loan or something, a guide on how to know if this money will come back or we are about to waste our money. A lot of us have persons that have come and asked of us different kinds of loans, different kinds of money, and they are not back. So how to know a money that will not come back, how to know a loan that will never come back, and a wise loan to give out. Do well to look at the previous chapters of this book we've reviewed. Man, this book is loaded. Even reviewing this book as a postman has shown, I've seen more secrets in this book even than ever before. So do well to look at our other chapters, the Meeting the Goddess of Good Luck, what people call luck, the 7 cures to a lean purse, Meeting the Richest Man in Babylon. Amazing content. How to ensure that you're using your money wisely. The 5 laws of gold. We've looked at those chapters in the previous video. So do well to go back and watch them. If you've not subscribed to our channel up to this point, then I wonder, just click on the subscription button and you subscribe to our channel. It's not a big deal subscribing. Just click on the subscription button and you subscribe to our channel. Down to this chapter proper, The Gold Lender of Babylon. To the book proper, Rotan was rewarded by the king with 50 pieces of gold because the king was impressed with the amazing design of spears he made for the royal guard. So he gave him 50 pieces of gold, and that was a huge one for Rotan, the shield maker. So he was so happy. He didn't just know what to do. That was huge for him. So a lot of demand started coming for the money that was given to him and all that. And he was someone that actually wanted to help people. So he had a sister, and he loved his sister so much. So the sister's husband wanted to do business as well. So he needed that money to do business. So Rotan was confused and went to the gold lender of Babylon, the person that had been lending gold to a lot of persons in Babylon, to make inquiries on, look at the decision I want to make, or this is what I'm faced with, can you guide me? So he went to Maton, the gold lender of Babylon. When he came, and Maton was like, I've not seen you in my place before. What brings you to my office? What brings you to my place? And he told him, please, I have an issue that I want you to solve. He said, nobody comes to this place to discuss issue. All they come to do is to collect loan or to collect some money. How come you're coming for advice? How come you're coming for wisdom? This man was a wise man. He understands that there is no new principle under heaven. There is nothing new under heaven. Whatever path you want to cross, somebody has crossed it before. So he went to somebody that was experienced in giving out loan. If I want to give out this money, how do you give out loans? How do you ensure that your money comes back? This is what this chapter is going to teach us. How do you ensure that this money I'm about to give, it's a money that will actually be repaid? So he started talking with Maton, and Maton started telling him that any loan that will be repaid, that you can easily know, a money that can be repaid back to a loan that can be repaid, is easily detectable. So he started sharing with him. He shared a story with him and said, wow, it's a good one you want to give this money out, but I'll share a story with you. He started telling him that there was a farmer that could understand the language of animals. So one of those days he was paying a key attention, or he was paying attention to what the animals were discussing. So he said that the ox was complaining one of those days that whether come rain, come shine, that the owner must kick it off every morning to say, let us go and walk. The ox was complaining because it was always used to do all the hard work in the farm. So he was complaining to the ass, and the ass said, don't worry, by tomorrow I will tell you what to do to ensure that they don't labor you so much again. So the next day he told him that when the owner comes in the morning to beat it up, to go to work, to go and do the farm work in the morning, that he should behave as though it is sick. The ass was telling him, behave as though you are sick, so that the farmer will see, the owner of this, your owner will just allow you to go for that day. So when the owner came in the morning to beat the ox to go to work, he was just there, lying as though it was sick. He was using the advice of the ass. The owner looked and said, well, if the ox is sick, the ass will go to work. He beat the ass to go to work that morning. So the ass was like, look at me that advised somebody. Look at me that is trying to help a friend. I'm now the one that is suffering what he's supposed to suffer. And the ass has not been walking all through. So he walked and walked and walked that day, that he was regretting ever giving that kind of advice. Now the whole thing is on his head. So he came back that day and was not happy. And that was the end of their friendship, because he was not happy of the ordeal. Now, Mathon was asking Rotan, what did you understand from this story? He was like, he doesn't see the moral of the story. Now it's good to help him. He said, yes, it's good to help friends, but do not allow their problems, do not in trying to solve their problems and now carry the problem on your head. He said it exactly, and he said, do not, if thou desire to help thy friend, quoting verbatim, do so in a way that you will not bring thy friend's burden upon thyself. So try to help them, but ensure that in trying to help them, you don't convert the problem and it's now you that is suffering the issues. So imagine giving out the money and the person imagine giving out that whole money and the person cannot really repay. Maybe the person gets scammed, or the person gets into a business that does not work. You end up suffering their pain as well. So he told them this first story and said, this is the ordeal of the ass was not happy. So a lot of persons loan out money and it scatters a lot of relationship. Listen, a lot of persons, they loan out money and that's the end of the relationship. It brings fight, it spoils relationship of how many years. So there is how to know a money to loan and it to come back. That's the essence of this chapter. So Matan started telling Rotan how to know loans that can easily be paid back. He said the safest loans are loans that the persons you're giving these loans to have higher collateral than the money that they are loaning out. The banks use a lot of this, but friends to friends might not talk about collaterals and all that, but the bank is using this principle so much of using collaterals. Now, he said the second safest loan are working class people that have the ability to earn, so that if maybe once they collect that money, they have this ability to earn. If they are paid salary, they can repay the money. Once money comes into their hand, maybe through their salary or something, they can repay the money. Then he said the third set of persons are persons that can have a guarantee. They can have somebody that can stand in for them, that if they cannot be able to pay, they can pay. He said these are the three safest loans. Working class people, people that have good collateral, and people that can have guarantors, people that can have people sign for them. The banks use that a lot, but still learn further. Then he asked him again that, okay, thank you for telling me the safest loans that I can give, but my major challenge is, should I give my brother's wife, my sister's husband this money or not? So he started telling him, Now, I'm not going to answer you yes or no, but I'm going to ask you. If I'm in your case, see what I'll ask him. Ask him, what plans does he have for the money? Now, he told him, in giving out money to somebody, understand or try to know, especially a huge sum, try to know what the money is for. Try to understand, ask him for a plan for the business. Now, the gold lender told him that if the man cannot really explain the business he wants to do, the money cannot come back. He told him again that any money that is given out for pleasure, any money that is given out for luxury, somebody wants to borrow money for you to travel out, travel out on a Dubai trip that is difficult to pay back. Money that somebody collected maybe for eating, for party, for that money for luxury is difficult to pay back. But money that is used for business can easily be paid back. Money that you give out for profitable business that the person knows what the person is doing. So he said, ask your sister's husband of the business he wants to do. Let him give you a plan. When it comes to money, it's a serious business. Let him give you a plan of the business he wants to do. Now, the man also emphasized that the plans must be visible. It must be a business he has a good knowledge about. Now, he said, if the person that he wants to lend money to does not have knowledge about the business he wants to do, that money will get missing. The person can easily get scammed. The person can get into a business. It's just like saying you want to invest into a business you don't have knowledge about, but you want to go and collect loan from somebody. The person the person's money is missing and your business did not work. So the person must understand the business. If the person does not know the business, it's advised that the person go for trainings or the person start working under somebody that has knowledge of the business he wants to collect the loan for. So he said, ask him if he has this knowledge. And he said, do not be deceived by professional persons that just come and talk businesses orally, that don't have blueprints. He said, look critically at the plans they are coming with. But if you see that these plans are not vivid, if you see that your sister's husband's plans are not plans that you feel that can work, instead of giving them loan, just support them. Instead of giving them the huge loans they are demanding for, support them. You might not be looking out for a payback in that money. I say support them, just support them so they can go. So the man made the best decision by coming to meet Methon, the gold lender of Babylon. He made a very beautiful decision when he discovered that the brother's wife, when she told him all the plans and all that, he was able to make a good decision by supporting as much as he can. So in giving out money, do not give money to those that does not have a good plan for it. Do not give money to those that want to use it for luxury. Ensure that the person that wants to collect money from you has plans. But if their plans are not vivid enough and they're your friends and you don't want to hurt them, support them as much as you can, but not giving them that huge sum of money. They will waste it. And it will end up spoiling the relationships as well. A lot of relationships because of some financial deals they did with some friends, and that spoiled the whole of that relationship. So we've seen from Richest Man in Babylon how to easily make loans. What do you learn from this chapter? Please write in the comment section what you've learned from this chapter. Subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any content we're going to be sharing here. The next chapter we're going to be looking at protection. We're going to be looking at, now that we've learned the act of handling good, now we've learned the art of 7 cures to a lean purse, now we've learned all this principle. Now we're on a good path to financial liberty. So there is an aspect of protection, protecting ourselves against invasion, stealings, and all that. So the next chapter we're going to be looking at how to really protect ourselves, how to protect ourselves from disaster, from external invaders and all that. So see you in the next chapter of this book review.